upgraded in because I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. This is just me getting started. I'll be back 2K26, top of the leaderboard, same thing, getting back at it. But also the shirt. I'm definitely going to be wearing the shirt the rest of this year and next year. Represents the 2K2 Award shirt. And once again, thank you guys. I'll see y'all again next year.
Next up, my favorite mode, My NBA, where you take control of the front office.
You really have to know your basketball to build a winning franchise season after season. This award goes to the player that took the most championship titles across all My NBA modes.
And that player also earns the title Executive of the Year. The award goes to 7.
All right, let's talk about the Rec, my favorite place to do work in NBA 2K. And I can be the first to tell you all, there's some serious competition out there.
Definitely serious competition, and the person who did the best and really defeated all the competition was Chop. Congratulations, Chop, for being the 2K TV award winner for the Rec. Well, how does that feel for you?
It feels amazing. I've been a big fan of you guys, LB, everybody. So I just really want to shout out my team, everybody that I played with this season, even the Rec Randoms. You know, I was balling in the Rec Randoms for the majority of the time.
So you've taken a lot of wins home in this mode. What are some of the keys to success?
When I run my team, we run like a specific style of offense, a lot of mid-ranges, a lot of fades. And just everybody working as a team, just as best as possible. I've been playing 2K my whole life. We kind of run our offense kind of like OKC, and just everybody switching around. I feel like I did a good job being the #1 option on my team. You know, everybody just did their part.
And as the winner of this award, you win a copy of 2K26 and VC for both 2K25 and 2K26, plus more. How are you feeling about those awards?
I feel amazing. I feel blessed.
You talk about your teammates a lot. Do you want to give a shout out to any of them right now?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my homie, Endless Logic. He was like my road dog throughout the whole year. Shifty. Anytime he got out of school, you know, he always texts my phone. And just my homies that I went to school with back at Eastern Senior High School, I still found time to run with them anytime I got a chance to.
What advice would you give to players that want to come into the Rec and play?
Just be smart. A lot of people, they probably don't know the fundamental part of basketball. So if you don't, and you're a Rec Randoms, you know, just try to communicate. Don't be scared to cut your mic on if you got a mic. Play defense. We will find a way to score. I got some scores around me, trust me.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, too. That's what I tell my team every night when I'm scoring the Rock. Play some defense, and we'll be up by 30. All right, Chop, so to get a lot of wins in the Rec, you have to have some nice builds. So what are you usually running with out there?
I like to run, like, tall guard builds, so, like, anywhere from, like, 6'6" to 6'8", high mid-range, and three-pointers. And I'm not a small guard. I hate doing too much dribbling, so just finding my spots around the court.
So with a bigger guard, then, are you kind of in the post too with those post fades?
Sometimes. Just however I can get the shot off. Like, I like to shoot over people. That's my game. So
people don't know how nasty that mid-range game can be in 2K these days.
Yeah.
So can we expect you to be one of the best in the Rec in 2K26, Chop?
Of course, y'all gonna see me next year.
There it is.
Well, congratulations, Chop, on winning this 2K TV award for the Rec. We're so happy to have you on the show, and keep up the hard work and go grind in 2K26.
Okay, thank you.
In honor of our next award winner, here's another 2K TV interactive question. Which edition of our 2K TV award show are we celebrating this year?
Is it our 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th? Welcome.
Up next, the Trailblazers taking on the 76ers. For Portland, consistency is their goal. They want to win each half, each quarter, each possession. Sixers, Blazers, coming right up on 2K Sports. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And for Portland, we've got Anthony Simons. Aptia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions. But tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now here's Simons. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
TV Awards today, we're celebrating the amazing accomplishments from you.
Not only will players receive the title and prestige of being a 2K TV award winner,
we made this easy, but no matter how difficult or tricky the question, this year's 2K TV Interactive Wizard answered correctly. So congratulations, Radiant Bowl 8965.
and finally, you voted, and now it's time to reveal who you chose to receive the coveted title, Top Play of the Year.
Over the last 7 seasons, you submitted your plays. The best were up for a community vote, and it all comes down to one.
All the way back from season 1, your top play of the year goes to Tracy McGrady.
The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater, launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA 2K25.
Thanks to every one of you for being a part of the NBA 2K and 2K TV community.
Let's do it again next year. We'll be back at NBA 2K26, joining all of you on the courts and looking for some more record-breaking competition.
And of course, more W's. We're not signing off just yet. Be sure to check back here June 27th for our 3rd annual 2K TV wrap party.
Always fun to be hanging out with the community.
Until then, congratulations to all of the 2K TV awards winners, and of course, enjoy the game. Welcome to the annual 2K TV Awards Show.
We've seen some fierce competition in NBA 2K25. All of you have shown up and made this community the absolute best in all of gaming.
And in this episode, we're recognizing all of you that put in the work and rose above the rest in NBA 2K25.
We'll be giving away 10 2K TV awards this week, including the top play of the year, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And winners will receive not only bragging rights, but some pretty sweet rewards. NBA 2K26 with VC, My Team cards, and so much more.
And throughout our award show, we will be bringing you 2K TV Interactive. All questions and the VC you get from answering correctly are presented by Hotels.com.
This is an award show, so let's start with a question about some wins. What do you think, Alexis?
I like it.
Which NBA team won the most games in the 2024-25 regular season?
Was it the Celtics, the Thunder, the Cavs or the Rockets?
Okay, let's make some announcements, Alexis.
Starting in the neighborhood, this player took the neighborhood over with, get this, nearly 8,000 wins.
8,000 wins? That could only be one person. Congratulations, Rebirth GTV. Moving on over to the city, it is tough out there, but one player stood tall and showed elite skills. Your 2K25 city champion is
Tufferson X, congratulations.
How come I didn't get the award?
You're not good enough, Chris.
All right, so we have you clocked in at over 8,000 wins this year. What is the secret to the success out here?
Before we announce the next winner, ready for some more 2KTV Interactive? Paint protectors are so valuable to team defense in the NBA.
So, which player led the NBA in blocks during the 2024-25 regular season?
Was it Brooke Lopez, Miles Turner, Victor Wembanyama, or Walker Kessler?
Wemby really proved himself over this last season.
And next, we'll give away our 2KTV Most Proven Award to the player with the most wins in the Proving Ground this year.
Congratulations, BTA TNB.
The WNBA just tipped off an exciting new season, but in NBA 2K25, the excitement has been strong since launch.
That's true, and the next winner earned the title of the WMVP with over 8,000 wins in W Online.
Congratulations, Bishop. We have Bishop on 2KTV right now. You are the winner of Wins in the W. So congratulations, Bishop. How do you feel?
I'm really excited about it. I really didn't know I was in the running for it. I've been playing a lot this year, and I'm really happy that I can not only win the award, but also maybe showcase some of my other teammates. Scoop, 2K God, LSS Brawley, I Am Presence YT, Solo V30, and Spock of 9. For the most part, me and Scoop play every day. So we usually pick up a third, and depending on who's available, that's who ends up filling the rest of our team out.
All right, so we have you clocked in at over 8,000 wins this year. What is it about the mode that's really appealing to you, and what do you like doing most in it?
I really like the versatility of the mode. Being the additional slots that we got this year, I was able to create many different builds, and I've tweaked them and made different builds as the year went along to fit my play style, and that's really what I've enjoyed the most.
Now, you mentioned your play style, so what kind of builds do you like running with in the W? Do you like playing as guards or some of the bigs?
I do enjoy the big position. That's what I've typically always done. But this year, I've actually excelled in the guard position, being able to shoot and being able to set up my teammates. So really, depending on the team that I'm playing with, I'll make the adjustment, and that's how we usually succeed.
Who would win in a one-on-one matchup, your guard or Caitlin Clark?
That would be tough. I'd give her some trouble just because my defense is so high. I literally have legend badges down the line for everything defense. So I would make it tough on her, but I'm sure she'd make it tough on me on the other end.
Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I just wanted to say thank you to my wife, Heather. She's definitely supported me during the year, and I'd like to thank her for that.
Thank you so much, Bishop, for joining us on NBA 2K TV, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Let's meet the starting five for the Boston Celtics. the point, 6'4", number 4, Drew Holiday. Starting at center, standing 7'2", number 8, Kristaps Porzingis. At guard, 6'4", number 9, Derek White. Starting at forward, at 6'6", number 7, at forward, number 0, Jason Tatum.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Boston, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Zubac, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Leonard. Over Tatum. And it's Leonard missing. It's White on the wing. Dunn covering. And White kicks to Holiday. Tatum passes to White. Tatum setting the pick for White. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Leonard. Good work there as it goes.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Holiday the pass to White. Driving in. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many Scots felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Now, here is Harden. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 3. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Here's Porzingis. The shot comes out. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. So both teams changing it up here. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Bogdanovic passes to Powell. Back to Bogdanovic. Harden outside. Jones sets the pick for Harden. From deep three-point land. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
Celtics on D. They trail by 1. Simmons looking it over. Clock at 6. Takes it inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Simmons.
Just 4 seconds left here in the first quarter. The deep 3 from Tatum. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Torrey Craig is out there with Horford. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. As Dunn's checked in for Simmons.
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers, number 8, Chris Dunn.
Next up is one of my favorites, the OG mode, Play Now Online.
Meet your Play Now Online MVP, Jay Off the Rip. We are so excited to welcome Jay to 2K TV. Congratulations, Jay, for winning this 2K TV award for Play Now Online. Over 3,000 wins. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Thank you very much. I'm feeling good. I really appreciate it. I guess all that hard work paid off, you know. There's definitely a good feeling for sure.
All right, Jay, we've seen your numbers. I have to ask, I have to start with this. What's your strategy going into these games? Because you've won a lot of games out there.
Offensively, you know, I just look to definitely push the pace, you know. It all depends on what my opponent's, how he's playing defense, you know. And I just try to attack whatever he's doing. And then defensively, on-ball defense, for sure. Like, I'm always bringing that pressure, you know, just making the opponent uncomfortable. And that's really what I like to do. And that really, it causes a lot of turnovers. And I'm able to score a lot of buckets off of my defense.
I appreciate that we have someone that's focused on defense, Alexis. This is nice.
Yeah, because Chris isn't.
I'm more focused on the offensive end. Let the defense figure itself out. What makes the game mode so great to you? What do you love about Play Now Online?
I just like to compete, stuff like that. I like that you can't use the same team. You know how you have to wait 5 games before using a team. And I like playing against like tough guys. Honestly.
Is there any favorite teams or players you really like to play as in this mode?
I would say Team the Knicks. That's my favorite team to use. And I guess I would say Jalen Brunson.
All right, so you mentioned you're a Knicks fan. 10 seconds left in the game. Ball's in the Knicks' hands. Tie game. Who you going to in this situation?
Clutch player of the year, Jalen Brunson. Got to.
He got it up in time. Oh, it's good. Are you kidding me?
Congratulations, Jay, and thank you so much for jumping on for 2K25 NBA 2K TV Awards show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the opportunity. For sure.
You know, I love games with high scoring outputs.
Yeah, we all know that. But do you know who had the high scoring single game of the 2024-25 regular season? Who scored a league high of 61 points?
Was it De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Jokic, Stephen Curry, or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
We know that huge performances can lead to wins in King of the Court in my team.
You know, I agree, Alexis. And this next winner continuously outperformed everyone else in my team and now takes the 2K TV award for the King of the Court. Congratulations, Ebans.
What's going on? It's Ebans, and I'm excited to have received the My Team GOAT Award for this year. Firstly, I want to thank you guys, 2K TV, going from not being extremely known in the community at the beginning of the year to working my way up to being one of the best players in the world to now being recognized for it. Definitely feels good. Also, I want to thank my friends. We've been playing each other all year, getting each other better. It's a big part of my success. Lastly, but not least, I want to thank my support system within the My Team community. Y'all been amazing. Start this year. Definitely been a great experience because of you guys. As far as what I'm going to do with the VC, definitely going to open up some packs. I'm not sure if I'm opening up a 51 box with the 100 topper yet or a half box. We're going to decide. We're going to figure it out. Getting 2K26, I'm grateful for that. And then having VC to start off next year too. Definitely get the team upgraded in because I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. This is just me getting started. I'll be back 2K26, top of the leaderboard, same thing, getting back at it. But also the shirt. I'm definitely going to be wearing the shirt the rest of this year and next year. Represents 2K TV award shirt. And once again, thank you guys. I'll see you again next year.
Next up, my favorite mode, My NBA, where you take control of the front office.
You really have to know your basketball to build a winning franchise season after season. This award goes to the player that took the most championship titles across all My NBA modes.
And that player also earns the title Executive of the Year. The award goes to 7.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before. Welcome fans to 2K. The highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 2.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo is doubled. Shot clock at 6. Brown, that's good.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
And Davis has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Outside Curry. The 3 is up. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Outside Curry. 3-pointer. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Now here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. Outside Curry. Over Antetokounmpo. And again, it's Stephen Curry. Curry's got 8.
Yeah, no fret from Curry. As long as there's time, he's confident.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Outside Curry. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. Lets it go from the wing. Called in by Brown. Boston trailing and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Davis. Back to Curry. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. That won't go either for Curry.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
It's his first trip to the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Curry. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving in. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And Gilgeous-Alexander is so assertive on the drive, confident at finishing through contact.
Now here's Curry. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Timberwolves. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Celtics. In at forward, Edwards and McDaniels. Stephen Curry is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Basket's good. The Timberwolves trail. Outside McDaniels. Pulls it in from the elbow. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one. Here are the Celtics with the ball. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial all-star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
Curry passes to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Jaylen Brown picks one up, and he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
And he drops a first. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you've just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. Rebound, Minnesota.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Outside McDaniels. Oh, there's the alley. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Now here's Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Edwards. And here's Brown for 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Shoots. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
All right, this is coming off the court. Come on and get down for your Timberwolves. Timberwolves breaking dance crew, make some noise.
There's a minute 26 left in the first half. There's Davis with the three, and it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. And now a 5-point Boston lead.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
And here's Davis. Curry surveys. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Celtics lead by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Antetokounmpo, pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. The three. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Davis. Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Celtics up by 3. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jaylen Brown is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, McDaniels wasn't going to be denied there. Getting the bucket and has a chance for one more.
First personal foul. First team foul.
This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
McDaniels. One shot.
One shot.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Davis against Antetokounmpo. Outside Porzingis. Back to Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Tatum. And he can't jam it through.
Love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Back to Daniels. Pass to Curry. For the lead. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got 13.
Working that in-between area. Steph likes to keep the defense on its heels.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Outside Curry. Davis with it, now guarded by Brown. And here's Curry for three. The rebound, Celtics. Launches a three. Brown can't hit. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, McDaniels. Good on both. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Brown on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Curry. Brown, no good.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
Davis finds Curry. Brown against McDaniels. Davis with a screen on Brown. Here's McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Brown, and fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw no good.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
And the second free throw is good. 58 seconds left in the third. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards with it. Yet to see a basket. Here's Curry. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Edwards looking for an opening. To the inside. Here's Davis. Davis getting it done in the paint.
Hey, this is a difficult shot for anybody, this floater, but with Davis and his size, even more difficult.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Curry. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And here's Curry. From deep. Not going to go that time. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The T-Wolves on top, leading by a point. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Here's Davis. In at forward, Edwards and McDaniels. Davis out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Gobert in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Edwards against Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
Curry passes to Edwards. Off target with the 3.
No wonder he's been off the mark. I think he's been a little bit too much in the background, uninvolved so far tonight.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Curry finds McDaniels. Back to Curry. Wow! Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Tatum. Over McDaniels. McDaniels with the rebound.
Really came close to leveling the score there.
Yeah, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
Yeah, fearless play from Curry inside. Going up against tough defense and getting fouled while shooting.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Yeah, I also have to call out the work they've done at the line. And they've been excellent at drawing fouls and capitalizing on those 3 points.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
Antetokounmpo with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Antetokounmpo looking it over. No good that time. Good D by Gobert. 1:19 left in the fourth. Here's Curry. Antetokounmpo with the block.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
Tatum passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gobert with a block. And they're able to recover. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Tatum. Now Antetokounmpo to take the lead. Oh, he buried the 3.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry. Cash!
I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lets a floater go. And that's it! A huge stop to win the game! A last-second rejection! So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now, time for our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the... Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA. Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with LeBron James, and it's Tatum in at the 3. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Traps in the tray.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Now Green. Butler on the wing. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Harden. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A determined James Harden. Now that is a problem for the defense.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
James Harden brings tremendous versatility. He can score it, he can distribute. Whatever you need from him offensively, he can provide it.
Now here's Green. Outside Curry. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Curry against Harden. LeBron outside. Back to Harden. Outside Tatum. Pass to Leonard from downtown. Hits it from three-point range. Leonard's got 6.
You see the competitor in Leonard matching the 3 from the other end.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's good, 2 points.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Green against Harden. Here's Wembanyama for 3. It's hauled in by LeBron. Here's the Clippers. They're on an 11-3 run. LeBron is screen on Curry. Leonard finds James. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. So we'll see Stephen Curry go to the line right here. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Warriors shooting their first free throw this game.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Man, did Zubac get off his feet in a hurry. What a finish.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Here's Green. The Clippers getting the bucket. Green with a screen for Butler. Unloads from 13. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I think defensively, you've got to respect the roller. Butler takes quick note and takes it himself.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Green dishes to Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Harden against Butler to the paint. Here's Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Assistant.
Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 9. 52 seconds left to play in the first. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
All too easy for Mr. Gobert in the painted area. Nicely done.
Butler against LeBron. Pass to Harden. Right side Tatum. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 9 points. Outside Butler. Gobert with a screen on James. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Leonard. Pass to James. Shoots the 3. No good on that one. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And Wembanyama's out there with Gobert. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Green in at the point guard position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Pass to Green. Back to Butler. Outside, Green. Now here's Curry. Over Harden. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 5 points in the basket from Curry.
There's a threat level from every spot on the floor when we're talking Steph Curry. That includes the mid-range.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Warriors trail by 4. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Tatum against Green. James kicks to Leonard. James sets the screen for Leonard. Leonard, so dangerous from deep.
But Kawhi Leonard right now is cooking, folks. This guy has got a rhythm, and you better watch out.
And Wembanyama outside. Leonard against Curry. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. LeBron against Butler. And here's Tatum for three. And Curry pulls it down. Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Wembanyama high post. Green with a screen for Wembanyama. Poked away. Stolen by Tatum. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. No good from Zubac.
Those are chances almost always where you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Curry passes to Butler. Now Gobert, and stolen by LeBron. Pass to Harden. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. A fadeaway, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Zubac. Leonard's got 15.
Well, the mid-range absolutely a part of Kawhi Leonard's offensive arsenal. Defense can't expect him to pass those up.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 6-point game. Outside Curry. The three. Curry! What else is new?
It's so quick, and Curry's so elusive. This is what makes him such a tough cover, folks.
James against Butler. LeBron passes to Tatum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Golden State's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Outside Curry. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard inside. Guarded by Green. And it's Leonard missing. Warriors trail by 3. Butler passes to Gobert. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. On the wing, Harden, guarded by Curry. Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Jimmy Butler.
Now, Jimmy Butler playing with aggression right now. Boy, if he touches the paint, he is thinking score.
James with it. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top, up 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on the defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And here are the Warriors now. They trail by 1. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. LeBron James is out there with Harden. And it's Tatum in at the 3, the small forward. And talk about big doors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Here's Butler for the lead. LeBron with some nice D. The Clippers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Inside, Tatum.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior, yes, sir.
Harden against Green. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert the pass to Wembanyama. And the Warriors miss again. Clippers leading by 3. Harden outside. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Green. Curry passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
LeBron outside. Tatum setting the pick for James. Tatum against Green. Tatum down low. Green with the block.
Simply cannot throw up that weak stuff around Draymond Green. You'll hear about it. He will relish the opportunity to send it back.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Harden the pass to LeBron. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
You see there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that three-point shot is on point.
Here's Curry with the 3. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Spins. Here's James. On target from 13 feet. LeBron's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's very hard to guard LeBron James because he's a 3-level scorer. Catches the defense off guard, just pulls up into that mid-range.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Butler with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Curry. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. Green, the screen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Curry against Harden. Up top, Leonard. LeBron against Butler. Now here's LeBron. Defense right on him. Golden State's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Zubac against Green. Here's Curry with the 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Gobert's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here is Curry. 20 points for him. Fires away from outside. No good that time. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Curry. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Gobert. Then it's Butler. And it's Green in at the 1. That's the Warriors' 5. Outside Curry. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Curry's got 22 points.
Wow, they used every last bit of the shot clock, and Steph Curry cool under pressure.
James against Butler. James dishes to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 1. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. It's to Curry. Green with a screen on Leonard. Curry kicks to Green. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Green's got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Warriors. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He knows every possession is critical now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Curry finds Green. Down low. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Zubac.
How about the splendid concentration from the Frenchman, Rudy Gobert? Excellent at converting while getting hit.
And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Warriors leading by 3. Curry on the wing. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Gobert with a screen on James. Butler, no good. Clippers trail by 3. James looking it over. Butler against Tatum. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Tatum. Butler passes to Green. Wembanyama with it.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Inside, here's Harden. Gobert with the block.
Almost inescapable, that 7'9" wingspan. Send it back, big Rudy Gobert.
Curry passes to Wembanyama. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry with the 3. James Harden with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's James. LeBron James just too strong.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Curry against Leonard. Gobert with a screen on Leonard. Curry outside. Here's Gobert. Off the mark, and the drop continues. To take the lead. It counts.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. 41 seconds left in the game. On its way from Curry for 2. It falls!
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment, no matter. He's ready.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2-for-1, we'll see if they try.
LeBron powering in. Green with the rebound. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Tatum with a screen on Butler. Here's LeBron. Ooh, offline. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Team score. At the line for 2. Draymond Green.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
A 3 from Leonard, and no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.